What's up, guys and gals? It's time to wipe out some super muties. We must purge the heretics for the Emperor and 5 the Emperor. No matter what it costs, they must all die for the Brotherhood. I've decided that I'm going to full-on slip into zealotry. I think we're just going to destroy everything that annoys me from now on. It's going to work out pretty sweetly, at least I hope. Ooh, antifreeze bottle. Yes, please. So our mission, as I understand it, is just to kick the shit out of the super mutants in here. And then once that's done, we will be super awesome and nobody will ever question our motives ever again. So for right now, I would like to go to my aid menu. And once I go to my aid menu, I'd like to use some Radaway and then some purified water. And then once that's done, I think I'd also like to queue up. We picked up that super banging pistol over here. I do like the Snub-Nose 44. Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of rounds for it, so I'm going to wait until we have a little bit of an impaction before I go any further. We also have the tactical shotgun, which is pretty sick. But where did that... I had a... Oh, my sighted incendiary, so that's 36. But they had a better one. Where is it? A focused boosted. Yeah, that thing's like... Oh. So I'm going to use that instead. So there we go. I need my focus boosted. Bring it out. Ooh, it's got like a little... Nice. It's got like a reflex sight on it. That's pretty sweet. What is that, a feather duster? I don't think I need that right now. Now is not the time for feathery things. Now is the time for destructive, explosive, and also super awesome things. We have to go... Oh, it's Fort Strong. That's right. It's Fort Strong. Is there anything around the front that I might want? Just, they like to hide loot everywhere in these games, and so sometimes I feel like if I go like a secretive way, I'll get more out of it. A beer bottle, cigar box, yeah, sure, why not? You can shoot some cannons. Oh, apparently I can loot cannonballs. I mean, why wouldn't you? Are there any more? Or is that like all they have? I wouldn't expect cannonballs to be super available in this day and age. All things considered, it seems unlikely to me. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bong, 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 bong. Come on, I want to get my Fort Strong on. Load time, don't do this to me. I'm ready. Not just ready, but deeply ready. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine. I do need to go back to the base, though, because there's a bunch of fusion cores there. Well, it's about to no longer be boring, so get ready. Oh my god, it shoots so fast, too. This is my favorite thing ever. Paladin dance, do your thing. You can dance if you want to. You can shoot bad guys all day. That guy's got a gun and it isn't fun because he shot me in my stupid face. Please don't break all my armor because I love it more than life. Covering his back right now. Oh, we're going... Well, this is kind of back-to-back. I don't know. We're doing the Army of Two thing right now, and it's really, really awesome. He can have the... Yeah, go back-to-back. Going back-to-back. Here we go. No, it teleported me away. I want to go back-to-back. Let me go back-to-back. Yeah! Back-to-back. Spinny moves. Bullet time. Is he dead yet, Dance? Well, there it is. They came from hell, though? How do you know that? Did you check the receipt? Is that where they came from? A broken femur. Everything seems okay. That might have been our only engagement for right now. Nothing in the meat bag. I wanted to see what this guy had, though. He's kind of tough. Marksman's hardened pipe sniper rifle. Pfft, don't care. I don't know what the hell those are for. Aren't there those things they have at the library so that you can look at old newsreels or something like that? I can't recall. I don't remember what those machines are called, but I had to use one time. There we go. So we got some 308, some 4.5, some 3.8. Got mines, grenades, guns, sniper rifles. I mean, really anything you could... Ooh, mini nukes. Who keeps a mini nuke in a glass case next to their desk? What are you, Super Ron Swanson? Ooh. Permanently more difficult to detect while sneaking.
safe to assume we're the first people to investigate this location in quite a while.
General Brock's report. As of today, command of Fort Strong is passed to me. I am looking forward to helping the U.S. Army test some of its experimental weapon systems at our facility. I've already had the men preparing the island for testing operations by tearing down the old barracks and constructing a simulated town. Since we'll be fighting the enemy on our own urban front, I think the best way to test these weapons is by seeing how well they'll punch through civilian structures. We've been testing the new batch of T-51B power armor suits that the Army Corps of Engineers just rolled off the assembly line. I'm impressed with the amount of protection they afford our soldiers, yet allow them a great deal of mobility. I've noticed that the soldiers are still having trouble jumping in these things because the suit's weight, they often tip over on hard landings. I've had the maintenance boys look at it, and they're suggesting adding a gyroscope and shock absorbers to the lower torso. They'll pass it up the chain and see if I can get Washington to spend the extra money it'll cost for the modification. Things are starting to heat up overseas, so Washington is pushing us to cut our project turnaround times in half. I told him it would be dangerous, but it seems like we don't have much of a choice. I've decided to split my staff into Alpha and Bravo teams so that we can work on 2 projects at the same time. The manpower will be reduced, but I'm convinced that we'll still be able to maintain our new schedule. I'm going to put Alpha team on the power armor and Bravo on the new M42 Fat Man launchers. Alpha team just shipped out the first batch of T-51Bs to the front in China. Reports are already coming in that the suits are performing better than expected, chewing through enemy tanks and armor like they were paper. Word has it that some of the enemy troops are even surrendering when they catch sight of the power armor troops, hauling their 5mm miniguns. Looks like Alpha team has earned themselves a weekend pass in Boston. Bravo team's having a hell of a time getting the M42s not to shoot far enough away from its firing position. The problem is that the warhead is still too heavy to fire the distance required. Our simulated soldiers are still soaking way too many rads and suffering blast burns. One of the technicians has suggested a radical idea of using a conventional depleting subcharge to catapult the round rapidly out of the launcher. His calculations look sound, so I'm going to let him give it a try. After a few design setbacks and the loss of one of our testing squads, we finally perfected the M42 launcher's firing mechanism. Washington has been writing me to wrap this project up, but with the weapon this potent, I was inclined to take my time. We sent the launchers ahead to supply yards in Mississippi, and we're just waiting for the go-ahead to ship the warheads wherever they need to go. Hopefully we can get those nukes out of here before the month is out. I don't feel comfortable sleeping 20 feet above enough nukes to reduce the island to ash. Well, I figure if you got 20 of them down below you, might as well put one in a glass case. Alright. Let's finish this mission off. We got shit to accomplish here. A VATS enhanced microcarbon synth chest piece. That's a really good chest piece. Oh my god, that thing is fantastic. I need to put that on like right now. Make my life better in all kinds of magical ways. So it's right there. Uh oh, I can't move my equipment around. Okay. It's probably got to do with the way that they store the integer values or whatever for all the different defenses. It doesn't see it as like an outer layer and like an inner layer. He's got himself some whiskey over here. Looks like we got a chem box with a couple of Nuka-Colas. Rad levels are looking solid. We're not irradiated at like all. We just need to be happy that poor bastard got killed. Just couldn't make... Why is there a baseball glove in the toilet? Perhaps I'm ill-informed, but that doesn't seem like the sort of thing that goes in there. Aluminum canisters. Elevator's still working, so they must have an on-site Jenny. I don't know if 2 dudes in power armor can fit in here, though. You know, my headlamp. Yeah, I like that one way better than the other headlamp that we had. The blue one just doesn't throw light well enough. I don't like it. It feels like it's still too dimly illuminated. Let's see. Cigarette machine's looking okay. Eatetronics I never go through because I don't worry about it. Fire the gun and figure out whereabouts they might be at. Meat bag's empty. Ain't nothing in here that looks useful. I'm planning on dropping my guard right now. Testing the gravitational effects. Acceleration and all that on my guard. Not in the mood. Got an armor workbench. And a first aid kit. I knew there'd be something in here if I just took the time to look. Let me use some of this purified water to get my health moving. Repetition practice. You know who's there. It appears as though we've made a couple of friends. Woo! Does he have a rocket launcher? What's going on here? Let me help out with that mutant Hund real quick. Gotta be able to give him a little bit of that. And then kind of pan around, see if I can get this guy over here. There we go, he's down. How'd the grenade do? Well enough, I suppose. There we go. Get him up out of my business. My business. Stay up out my business. My business. We throw it back around here. We don't do none of that new school hip-hop shit. We go back in the day. Alright, so... don't see anything so far, although we should probably check this guy. Metal left leg. Not really what I was hoping for. That guy had a missile launcher, which is what I was concerned about. A little bit more aluminum right there from the trays, Boston Bugles. Technical documentation. I think what's-his-name said that he wanted those. Bravo team testing terminal. Surgical tray. We'll grab that real fast. What you got for me, Bravo team? Things are getting tough around here. Brock has decided to split our men into two teams. I drew one of the short straws, so I ended up with the M42 Fat Man launcher team, while most of my buddies are sitting pretty upstairs with the T-51B suits. Can't even begin to describe what a ridiculous idea the M42 is. A man-portable mini-nuke thrower that a trooper in the field is supposed to deploy at close range. I've been poring over the schematics, and I have no idea how we're going to get this thing to throw a warhead far enough to not kill the soldier unlucky enough to be stuck with a death trap. We've stripped the warhead weight down as much as possible, but I think we're looking at this the wrong way. Instead of trying to reduce the warhead weight, maybe we should try and amp the power on the thrower itself. I know that means adding weight to an already heavy piece of ordnance, but I don't think we have much of a choice. One of the guys suggested we try to use magnetics to push the warhead through like a railgun, but the power pack would need to be the size of a suitcase. I'll keep picking away at the problem and see what I turn up. We lost 2 good soldiers this morning. They were on the surface testing an MR or a MERV variant of the launcher when one of the warheads misfired, hit the ground right where they were standing. Poor bastards didn't even have a chance. We couldn't even find any remains to send home to their folks, so Brock told us just to fill some cans with sand. I'll tell you, that guy doesn't give a crap about us. He's just worried about the brass in Washington giving him a hard time. Was in bed last night when I had one of those eureka moments. Ran over to the night shift guys in the lab, swept all of their drawings on the floor, and started sketching my idea. Must have thought I'd lost my mind. 6 hours and about 14 cups of coffee later, I had it all mapped out. We'll use a small subcharge as a launching catalyst to catapult the warhead from the launcher. We'd have plenty of range, and the subcharge could be built into the warhead itself. Brock seemed to like the plan and gave us the go-ahead to prototype the device. I can't wait to try it out. Took the better part of a year and over 100 test firings, but the M42 is ready to be shipped onto the battlefield. Can't believe I spent over a year on a single project. I feel pretty good knowing we're delivering a well-tested weapon to our guys fighting overseas. Now that it's over, I suppose Brock will move us on to something else, but for now, I'm going to spend the rest of the month packing up these warheads to ship off base. Man, what a job. That would suck. The hell was that? I've got a war horn in here like a Viking. Nothing inside the cabinet, sorry. I'm a pack rat, so I tend to go through this kind of stuff. Are you the last one? Who do we got left? There we go. We're good to go. Now you just got to hit this place for any useful loot we might have missed. You know, they said online that this section was really, really hard. I found out when I was looking for a fix to that bug. They said this section was super hard, but it actually wasn't that bad. I don't know. It felt okay to me. Maybe I over-leveled or something, though. Seems possible. Anything in here? No, we're looking pretty solid. I'm still questioning how, with something like a suit this size, how do you stop a tank from just plugging it in the chest with a shell? I mean, you'd think just the impact from that alone would be able to level one of these things pretty easily. Flip lighter. Still, I do like the idea of power armor. I definitely think it would probably make recruitment go up. Be easier to fill quotas for a little while if you knew you had a shot at piloting one of these bad boys. What was that laying right there? Oh, I thought there was like surgical tubing or something laying right there. Since we're done, I'm going to hit the rest of the building real fast because I'm not the kind of person that likes to leave stuff behind. There's got to be something useful back up in here. We've killed off all the mutants, so I think we should be able to let our guard down for a little bit. Not going to do it too aggressively, but if there's a stockpile of mini nukes down in here somewhere, I'll take it. Looks like we've ended up in a storage area. Those like mini nuke crates or something. It's gotta be sealed up pretty tight. I don't think I can get into them, which is disappointing because that'd be a fantastic revenue stream. I usually sell all my mini nukes, make a little bit of cash money off of them. It's hard to tell though. I love the headlamp on this thing. Like, I didn't realize how great the headlamp was on the power armor until, oh my god, there's so much good shit in here. So there's disassembled nukes. So we came in from right there. I must have turned wrong. More 45 rounds. I don't see anything in there, though. What's this guy? So it's got disassembled nukes in there, so you got to reassemble them on site. Huh. Slap the fins on and just hope that it don't blow you to smithereens. What a life to live. What a life to live. Alright, so we're up and out of here aside from, I think, this room right here on the flank. Might be the only one that we missed. Did I get this guy? Yeah, I got that guy. I needed the hound, too. The mutant hound meat is really good. And this takes me back around to where we were. Okay, so we're good. I think we got everything panned and scanned through. I don't know where Dance is hiding at. He probably went back to the entrance without me. Yeah, looks like he did. Did we check the bathrooms, or was I focused on the firefight? Must have been focused on the firefight. Purified water in the turlet. I'll take it. Especially since I'm trying to lean on some of my supplies in here. I'm carrying around a lot of weight when it comes to this stuff. Oh, oh, yikes. We're almost overweight. I'm carrying around too much bullshit.
You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
I was just doing what Elder Maxon asked. No more, no less.
Well, it's good to see you dealt with them the Brotherhood way. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
Don't apologize. It reminds me why I'm doing this.
Thank you, brother. It's good to know you're taking my advice to heart. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed.
Everybody wants to debrief me. That's one of my biggest problems in the Wasteland. Everywhere I go, somebody trying to debrief me. Just being like, hey, let me get in them briefs. And I'm like, no! Just because I'm a part of your order does not mean I am your sexual plaything. Let us leave this location forever. Take that, light bulb. I saw you looking at me like a heretical traitor. I know what you're up to. You're a super mutant light bulb. Mm-hmm. A communist light bulb. Got my eye on you. Alright. Does it drain your battery faster on your suit if you use the... Why are you moving? You're supposed to be dead. Dead things aren't supposed to move. So anyways, does it drain the battery faster if you're using the headlamp on your suit? I'd figure it would. Probably not by much, though. It's like a fusion core, right? I mean, how much electricity does it take to, like, power a light bulb? Not that much. So do we have a vertibird to get us out of here, or... we just left to our own devices, or what's going on? Potato blossoms. Ooh, we got some more cannonballs up here. Just in case you like them like that. It looks like they count as ammo, so they're not heavy or anything, so I'll just take them with me. I mean, I'd figure picking up 5 or 6 of those things would probably overweigh me, but it hasn't yet, so whatever. There's something down in this pipe right here. Appears to be about it, just radiation. That's cool. I can deal with radiation. That doesn't bother me that much. Although you think they just like line these things with lead or something. Give a nice little thin layer of lead in there. Cap stash. When I was a kid, my dad had all kinds of lead around our house. I don't recall what it was for, though. It was lead sheets that were rolled up in these big rolls. And I don't remember exactly what we used them for on the roof. We needed lead for something, though, every now and again, and I can't recall. I mean, this was back in the day, though. This was, like, way back. So, who even knows? So, do we not have a vertibird? Oh, man, there's gravestones out here. That's depressing. I like graveyards, though. That's one of the things my girlfriend really, she gets creeped out by graveyards. She doesn't like them. She's fragile like that. But I like graveyards. Like when I go to weird historical sites and stuff like that, I always try to go to the graveyards. Oh, there's a bridge? Well, shit. Maybe I'll just walk my fat ass back over here. I don't think there's anything inside the building. We should be alright. Can you swim in a power armor suit? Never tested it. I'm not really eager to throw myself into the ocean, though, and find out. Oops. Well, there you go. Apparently you can. It does, however, there was a hole in the ground. It's not my fault. I didn't do this on purpose. This was not my plan. Shit went awry. Hopefully we don't start suffocating. It looks like my health is going down, though. That might just be from the radiation. All better. That'd be kind of terrifying, though. That's some Rambo shit right there. You'd be fighting like on D-Day, and then a bunch of power armor just comes up out of the water like, "Greetings, I will shoot you." Are you just not going to come with me anymore?
I'll take care of the shells and the mess.
Yeah, you're going to need a bigger mop, man. I never actually been out this way in any of my playthroughs, so might be worth it just to have a look around for a minute and see what we stumble across. I mean, we're basically at the end of the episode already. So it's like start up a giant narrative arc again or just have a look around. I don't really see much over here. Looks like there's a second floor, though. It's not doing so well, but there is a second floor. It will probably just loop back that way. Gotta get back onto the Pridwin. Otherwise, we'll never be the hell out of here. Is it possible to get into the boats over there? Like all the boat storage? So you should go through the airport over there. There's a bunch of crates that have like 10, 15 fusion cores in them. You'll basically have more fusion cores than you will ever need ever again. Like a straight ridiculous amount of fusion cores. She's a settler, huh? I'm more of a reacher myself, but sometimes you gotta settle. It is what it is. You know what they say, in every relationship there's a reacher and a settler. I don't know if I want to walk. I changed my mind. I don't want to walk all the way around again. We're going to the Pridwin. To the Pridwin! The Pridwin now! On board the Pridwin we are. So I think we gotta go talk to the Elder again. Gotta go sync up with him. When do I gotta get my minigun. That's what I need in life. It's hard to imagine where I'm gonna get enough 5mm though to really like keep that thing stocked. I wonder what kind of upgrades you can do to it. Maybe I should have made a strength character. Starting to feel left out right now. Elder, I've done your mission, and then I give you songs.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
It was an honor fighting for the Brotherhood.
I'm glad you feel that way, because our mission here has only just begun. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed.
Where do I start?
I want you to get out there and become our eyes and ears on the ground. You seem to have a vested interest in locating the Institute before we met. so I'm confident you'll travel in the right circles. If you discover a way in, I need you to report it to me immediately. Any questions, Knight?
Aren't there any pre-war records about the Institute that might help us?
Our records indicate that the Institute was born from the remnants of a pre-war educational facility, the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. The ruins of the facility are at the center of the city, but we've already searched them thoroughly. The location appears to have been abandoned long ago, so it appears that the trail ends there. Anything else, Knight?
Any suggestions where I should look next?
All I can suggest is that you keep your eyes and ears open, Knight. We have every available scribe working on a way into the Institute. It's only a matter of time before a method presents itself.
Cool. Well, I'm a little bit overweight at the moment, so I'm going to strongly consider ditching some of this bullshit on the ground. Yeah, the mutt fruit can go too. The mute fruit or whatever. I got to get rid of all the alcohol as well. It's not worth that much money, and it's weighing me down badly. So I apologize, but I'm going to litter on your floor. Enjoy. It's mostly your liquor anyways. I took it off the counter over there. So now then, what do we want to work on? It looks like we hit the end of the chain right here. Might be time to go back and get the cryo gun. In fact, I'm going to suggest, I got to go sell some stuff, so we're going to go back over here to the Quartermaster guy. See if we can get rid of some of this bullshit. But once we do, I wanted to see what wares he had too. I'm assuming that he has all kinds of good stuff. How much duct tape do you guys have? Because I could really use the duct tape. I hate to repurpose like half your supplies, but I'm never going to craft anything here, so...
There's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
Feel kind of bad that my other suit's getting left here, but I'll sort it out later.
You believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates? It makes me sick.
Nope, I cannot believe it. Not even a little.
Proctor Teagan.
Well, the Brotherhood's got a lifetime supply of nuclear ordnance thanks to you. I expect you could use a resupply after a scrap like that.
Yarp.
I'm looking for some fire.
Be my guest.
That's what you got for me, buddy? You got anything that I actually want? Look at all that 5mm you're rocking. See, I knew you were the guy to come and talk to. Let's see what weapons we can unload in here that I don't even need anymore. Got a crippling, powerful whatever. Were either of those favorited? Sorry, that one's mine. I don't want the other one. Cryogenic grenade, probably never going to use, so... I mean, I like the concept of having it, but I know for a fact that I'm probably never going to use it. Lead-lined boxing glove. We got a marksman's powerful sniper rifle. What does that fire? 308? It's a sexy gun right there. It's a real sexy gun. How many rounds in the clip? I might take a look at that thing real fast. Is it bolt action? Yeah, it's bolt action. Not interested. Take this rocket launcher too, please. And then I've got a muzzled hardened. Yup. Man, we actually have a lot of stuff in here. It's no wonder I'm always weighed down. Probably keep the snubby just because that thing's blazing super hard. Its fire rate is awful, though. The heavy tactical combat shotgun might be worth keeping. Maybe. How many shotgun? I'm kind of low on shotgun shells. I'll probably get rid of that, too. Alright, so what do you have? Do I have any armor that I could unload, too? I've got to have, like, a load of armor, right? I'll probably hold on to some of the combat armor, so if I take somebody else with me, like Piper... I can throw that stuff on them and make it all better. Oh, it's a beret. I don't want it. I don't like berets. Pompadour wig. It got in there somehow. I think that's just about it for me, though. Let's see what this guy has. He's got to have something good in here. He's got a Gatling laser. He's got a marksman's boosted, fiery, improved, automatic, hardcore laser rifle. Own your mother. You should probably just make an acronym type weapon. Lots of laser weapons. Nothing else that's really looking sexy, though. That sucks. I was hoping he would have quite a bit more. What you got for apparel? He's got 60B. If you wanted to bring him along, I guess. Got a commando chest piece and a commando helmet. Increases action point refresh speed. So it appears as though that might be some kind of upgraded combat armor. I don't really know. Can buy a power armor frame from him too if you need it. I may just pick the bones clean for ammunition, to be fair. It cost me 1,000 for the 45 round. I don't know if I need that many 45 rounds. I think I've mostly just been using, I think I'd rather take fusion cells, in all honesty. Well, they're kind of expensive. Like, maybe take the 45 and put it back. That's still going to cost me, though, for the fusion cells. I really, really, really like that laser pistol that I've got, so I'll probably just lock those on in. I don't think there's too many more things I want to throw around, so just be on my way here. It's the end of the episode anyways. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all in the next episode of Fallout 4. I do, everybody.